to a little replay of my side. In this replay, I'm gonna show you how you kinda can deal with a Mustang Giant spammer. Sorry for the awkward silence. It's the second attempt of the recording. I don't know why, but it kinda nuked my first one. So I hope this is now gonna work. But yeah. Let's get started again. First of all, in the starting formations, what I'm doing is I'm placing like the crawlers like in that location, like I am, because my plan is to kind of run into him and to bring fire support with me in form of with the arc lights. And for that, I'm placing the arc lights a bit forward. So my idea is that the crawlers are taking over the arc lights, and the arc lights are also arriving at the same time as the crawler at the enemy front lines. And also like they are taking over like on this area or on this area. And so the crawlers are forward, but the arc lights are also forward. The arc lights are like really, really small, slow with 10 meters a second. And the crawlers are doing 19 meters a second. As you saw here, the snipers, I did something wrong. I was a bit too much behind with the crawlers. And I kind of screwed a bit. So the enemy snipers, that wasn't intended. The sniper should shoot the crawlers actually. Here what you can choose is either the missile or, in my opinion, the free missile is really, really good because you can deny the enemy some units that are leveling up in the early game. So you can slow them down. I decided to go for more money. For the 50 more money. And I also put in a second Phoenix. As the third unit, I also placed 2 crawlers in front to make sure that the snipers are shooting the crawlers. The second Phoenix I used, what I'm usually using a lot, also for my personal playstyle, is I'm using mass recruitment to get a lot of units on the field. And to kinda overthrow them, because the recruitment slots are really, really important. And I'm spending a lot of recruitment slots. With the second Phoenix, that was a bit of a mistake. I could have gone for artillery immediately. But it's a bit like whatever. Like, it's okay in the early round. Like, you do some shenanigans. Also, those Phoenixes are good later on when they are leveling up. Here in this round, I thought he's gonna take the fire ability, so I shielded the units. That was a mistake. So I spent 200 points into nothing in this kinda. But I also placed 2 more arc lights to counter those mass spam. As you can see, I placed the fire. The thing is, you're spending 200 buckets to counter the fire. The fire only costs 100, so yeah. You make some damage, at least. If the enemy is still winning the round, then you have a problem. Though. But yeah. Exactly, I'm also choosing subsidized Mustangs. The reason why I went for Mustangs is because there's a lot of stuff on the field, and I was starting to get worried about some flanks. So I put them in the backline. They are also really kinda okay support DPS. And also they are anti-air. And if you start leveling them up, maybe I should have placed them earlier, like him. Then it would be fine. In the meantime, he also spent like a lot of money on upgrading his crawlers. He invested into range and splash damage. That's what you can see, those yellow things. So he's planning to use them as the same job as my Arclight, but he spent like way more resources to upgrade them. Also it's like insane what resources he spent, like a whole round just to upgrade his crawlers. And those units are pretty vulnerable either against Vulcans or artillery or whatever, so yeah. Or sledgehammers or whatever. I also skipped this round. My personal problem is always like take a bit of time if you go through the panels. I just instant clicked and I kinda remembering that I maybe should have been a bit longer. Also, don't choose so many cards. Choose one card that is actually in use. But for example, those improved melting points, like what does it giving you for? Like I can understand the senior manufacturing specialist and you get your giants even cheaper with free unlock. I can understand that as well. But yeah. In the meantime, I placed some artillery. I kinda placed them at the front line, also like at the front, so the unit can start earlier. He also placed his first giant, so the giant Mustang spam is gonna start now to take effect. Those giants are really dangerous if they are leveling up early. So maybe I would have placed it one round earlier, but the thing is my artillery is now going to counter the giants. And the thing is, my artillery is going to level up. I invested also with the mass recruitment, by the way, in 3 artillery straight away. The artillery is kind of countering like everything that is on grid here, especially the slow units. The Mustangs, like, they are a bit faster. But yeah. I went for this card. I maybe should have just taken the improved fire control. It's like, oh, then I can just, because he has so less points. And I decided, okay, maybe I can finishing it kinda now. By just going for this card and then place on fire because no one would have expected a fire, right? Right? But now he is kinda shielding it all. What I'm also doing is I upgraded my arc lights with the range upgrade. With that they become really, really good. Also versus those Mustangs, because with the range upgrade they would have outranged my arc lights and I want to keep up with them. That's why I choose that. Also my arc light's doing actually pretty good job. I also spent my money. And even more artillery, as you can see. Because all those units and shields, like, are slow as fuck. Like... And yeah, why not spamming more artillery? If you don't know what to do, spam artillery. It's always good to have a unit like that. But I think I'm going to lose this round as well. Because those Mustangs are hard as fuck though. Also, like, they are leveled up, they are dealing splash damage, they have the range. So I can understand the Mustang spam actually. But as you can see, like, he's winning the round, but not that hard actually. And remember, I have still some points left and I can come up with the counter. My biggest problem I looked out was, in my opinion, that that I choose like in my opinion, at the game, like those fortresses were a big problem because they sunk up a lot of damage. So I tried to get rid of them straight away. And what I did for that was, yeah, pretty aggressive. Just putting a melting point with range forward. So he can attack it straight away. I didn't have the money to put it also on the other side. He had a orbital bombardment. Also for air, those fortresses with the anti thing upgrade, they do some damage against air, and especially over time. They stay the longer they stay alive and stuff like that, the more and more problems I'm gonna get with the strategy. But yeah, the smelting point is going to do God's work. So as you can see here. It's going to town with that. You can click on Rex, by the way. Also got his level up. But now it got really, really close, so this is now the decisive round of what we will see of this match. I decided to go on the other side because this flank was really okay. I also decided to go on the other side and to place like some crawlers as meat shield for the overlord to shoot something else. I'm also doing that on this side actually. He also tried to distract my my thingy, my melting point. I mean, some women are also distracting my thing. But yeah, let's talk about someone else, something else. But yeah. By the way, I'm not a pro player or anything. I'm just telling what is in my mind, kinda, or what I've thought in that thing. If you are better than me, or just say it or criticize me or whatever, but please in a constructive manner. But yeah. But yeah, if he's placing those fortresses, then I'm just placing another melting point on this side to contest him as well. I'm also waiting a bit. I also decided to shield because I thought he's gonna nuke around. As you can see here, my melting points are eating through the stuff. And when those artillery is getting leveled up, then they also starting to counter the stuff actually. But yeah, GG. So yeah, thanks to my opponent and GG. Then I could have done something better, some things worse, or some things even worse. But yeah, I wish you a good evening, whatever. Then see you on the next replay.